HPE Hybrid Cloud Solutions HPE0-V25 Real updated questions can make sure you pass the test on the first attempt. Share some HPE0-V25 exam updated questions here. 1. Your customer needs to accelerate the performance of their DL380 General 10 servers running workloads on more active cores at higher clock frequencies. The customer wants to know if core boosting will help. What advice should you provide? A. It is only supported in ProLiant DL Gen 11 servers. B. It is a software solution ondas performance limitations. C. It is only supported on certain Intel processors. D. It is an AMD technology so it is unavailable to them. 2. Your customer wants to update the firmware to multiple HPE ProLiant microserver Gen 10 Plus servers. Which tool must be used? A. HPE Composer. B. HPE Data Services Cloud Console. C. HPE ILO5. D. HPE GreenLake Central. 3. Your customer is using HPE InfoSight in their environment containing ProLiant and MSA systems. Which product supports automatic case creation through InfoSight? A. ProLiant DL120G7. B. MSA 2062. C. MSA 2040. D. ProLiant DL560 General 10. 4. A customer wants to create a 3 TB boot partition on their HPE PT0-Liant DL360 General 10 Plus server. What setting must be enabled to allow this configuration? A. Secure boot. B. Unlimited extensible firmware interface. UEFI, boot mode. C. Legacy BIOS boot mode. D. Virtualization maximum performance. 5. Which is the correct statement describing the characteristic of a pod? A. Pod is the smallest entity managed by Docker. B. Pod can contain only one container. C. Containers in a pod start and stop together. D. Pod is deployed directly on the virtual machine. 6. What are the infrastructure services prerequisites to enable Tanzu in vSphere? Choose all that apply. A. DHCP. B. Active Directory. C. Firewall. D. DNS. ENTP. 7. An architect is designing the infrastructure for multiple applications and needs to ensure isolation and control over resources and permissions assigned to each application team. Which is the easiest and least expensive way to satisfy these requirements? A. Use dedicated supervisor cluster per application. B. Use dedicated vSphere namespace per application. C. Use dedicated vSphere pod per application. D. Use dedicated Kubernetes deployments per each application. 8. How are Tanzu Kubernetes clusters upgraded? A. Deploy a new cluster with upgraded Kubernetes release. B. Rolling upgrades. C. Clusters are only upgraded offline. D. In-place upgrade for each node. 9. What are the prerequisites for installing the Harbor Registry in Tanzu Kubernetes Grid, TKG? A. Install Harbor Helm from vCenter. B. Deploy a management cluster, download and install the TKG extensions and Carvel tools. C. Deploy a management cluster, launch the Harbor installation wizard. D. Deploy a management cluster and install Tanzu Kubernetes grid extensions. 10. What does an administrator need to install to attach a Kubernetes cluster to Tanzu Mission Control (TMC)? A. TMC service. B. The agent is already installed. C. Cluster agent extensions. D. TMC agent pack.